Hi everyone, and welcome back to Learn Conversational English. I'm Louise, and I'm here with my co-host Saheel. How are you doing today, Saheel?
I'm doing great, Louise. Just had my morning chai, actually, which is perfect because today we're talking about something everyone needs to know when traveling or living in English-speaking countries.
Exactly. We're diving into coffee and tea orders and cafe etiquette. And trust me, as someone who grew up drinking kapeng barako back home in the Philippines, I had to learn the hard way how to order coffee in Western cafes.
Oh, tell me about it. I remember my first time ordering coffee in Canada. I walked up to the counter and said, "Give me one coffee." The barista just stared at me.
Oh no, that sounds awkward.
It was. So today, we want to help you avoid those moments and give you the confidence to order like a local. Louise, let's start with the basics. What's the most important thing people should know about making requests in cafes?
Great question. The golden rule is politeness. Instead of saying give me or I want, always use could I have or may I have. It's so much more polite and natural.
Right, exactly. So instead of give me one coffee, I should have said, could I have a coffee, please?
Perfect. And notice how Sahil said a coffee, not one coffee. In English, we usually say a coffee or a latte or a cappuccino.
That's a good point. Now, Louise, what about sizes? This was another thing that confused me. Back home in India, you just ask for tea or coffee, but here they want to know if you want small, medium, large.
And sometimes they have their own names. Like at Starbucks, they say tall, grande, and venti.
Exactly. But here's a tip for our listeners. If you're not sure about the size names, you can always say, could I have a medium coffee? Most baristas will understand, even at places with special names.
That's great advice. And speaking of questions the barista will ask, there's one phrase that trips up a lot of English learners. Sahil, do you know what I'm thinking of?
Oh, I think I know. To go or for here?
Yes, that's the one. So, listeners, when they ask to go or for here, they're asking if you want your drink in a disposable cup to take with you or in a regular cup to drink in the cafe.
Right. So if you want to take it with you, you say, to go please. If you want to sit and drink it there, you say, for here please.
Perfect. Now, let me share something that happened to me last week. I was at this cute little cafe and I wanted to try their iced coffee, but I wasn't sure how to ask for extra ice. Any ideas, Sahil?
I'd probably say, could I have extra ice please? Or can you add extra ice?
Excellent. Those are both perfect. And this brings up a great point about customizing your order. You can ask for extra hot, not too sweet, with oat milk instead of regular milk. The key is to be specific but polite.
That's so helpful. And you know what, Louise? I've noticed that different countries have different cafe cultures. Like when I visit India, my mom still makes the most amazing masala chai, and it's a whole different experience from ordering at a Starbucks.
Oh, I bet. And that's such a good point for travelers. The cafe experience can be so different everywhere you go. Like back home, we'd have our coffee with some pandesal bread, and it was always this warm family experience.
Exactly. But here's the thing. No matter where you are, these polite phrases we're teaching today will work. Could I have? Please. Thank you. These are universal.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about something that can be a little tricky: paying and tipping. Sahil, what should people know about this?
Great question. When it's time to pay, you might hear that'll be 450 or your total is $4.50. And in many places there's a tip jar or they'll ask if you want to leave a tip.
And if you're not sure about tipping culture, it's totally okay to ask, is tipping expected here? Most places will be honest with you.
That's perfect advice. And when you're ready to pay, you can say, I'll pay with card or can I pay with cash? Nice and simple.
Right. Now, let's do a quick role play to put it all together. Saheel, why don't you be the customer and I'll be the barista?
Sounds great. Here we go.
Hi there. Welcome to our cafe. What can I get started for you today?
Hi, could I have a medium latte, please?
Absolutely. Would you like that with regular milk? Or would you prefer oat milk, almond milk, or soy milk?
Could I have it with oat milk, please? And not too hot. I'm planning to drink it right away.
Perfect. So that's a medium oat milk latte, not too hot. To go or for here?
For here, please.
Great. That'll be $5.25. How would you like to pay?
I'll pay with my card, please.
Perfect. And that was a great example, everyone. Saheel used all the key phrases we talked about. Could I have? He was specific about his preferences, and he answered the to go or for here question clearly.
Thanks. And Louise, I love how you asked about milk options. That's something I never expected when I first started ordering coffee in English-speaking countries. Back home, it's just regular milk or no milk.
Exactly. And that's a great point for travelers. Don't be surprised if they ask about milk options, sweeteners, or even different coffee bean types. It's totally okay to say, I'm not sure, what do you recommend?
That's perfect advice. Most baristas love to help and make recommendations. They're usually coffee enthusiasts themselves.
So true. Now, let me ask you something, Saheel. What about tea drinkers? I know you're a big chai fan. Are there special phrases tea lovers should know?
Oh, great question. Yes, if you're ordering tea, you might hear, what kind of tea would you like? They often have black tea, green tea, herbal teas, like chamomile or peppermint, and sometimes chai or Earl Grey.
Right? And you can say, could I have some green tea, please? Or, do you have any herbal teas?
Exactly. And they might ask, would you like honey or sugar with that? Or do you want milk in your tea? For chai, I always say yes to milk, but for green tea, definitely no milk.
Good point. And here's another tip. If you're not familiar with a particular tea, don't be shy about asking questions. You can say, what does Earl Grey taste like? Or is chamomile tea caffeine free?
That's excellent advice. And speaking of questions, there are some other common phrases you'll hear, like, would you like anything to eat with that? Or, can I interest you in a pastry?
Right. And if you're not hungry, you can simply say, no thank you, just a coffee please. Or, I'm all set, thanks.
Exactly. Now, Louise, what about situations where something goes wrong? Like if they get your order wrong or the coffee is too cold?
Great question. The key is to stay polite but clear. You can say, excuse me, I think there might be a mistake with my order. Or, could you please warm this up a bit? It's quite cold.
That's perfect. And most cafe staff are very understanding about these things. They want you to be happy with your order.
Absolutely. Now, before we wrap up, let's give our listeners one more practical tip. Saheel, what would you tell someone who's nervous about ordering in English?
I'd say practice the basic structure at home first. Could I have a size bar, drink types, please? Once you have that down, everything else becomes easier. And remember, cafe staff deal with non-native speakers all the time. They're usually very patient and helpful.
That's wonderful advice. And you know what? Even if you make a mistake, it's okay. I still remember ordering a coffee with no coffee instead of decaf coffee once. The barista just smiled and helped me figure out what I actually wanted.
Oh, that's hilarious. And see, that's the perfect attitude. Mistakes are just learning opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a perfect place to wrap up today's episode. To summarize for our listeners, use could I have instead of give me. Be ready for to go or for here. And don't be afraid to ask questions or make special requests.
Perfect summary, Louise. And remember everyone, practice makes perfect. Next time you're at a cafe, try using these phrases. You've got this.
Thank you so much for listening to Learn Conversational English today. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who's learning English. We love hearing from you, so leave us a comment about your cafe experiences.
Yes, and join us next week, but until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, every conversation is a chance to improve.
See you next time. Bye everyone.
Goodbye.